Everybody, Earl at thelogbook.com, back for more Voyages of Shelf Discovery, and we are opening a figure that I absolutely did not expect to happen. This is the Fugitive Doctor and her TARDIS, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I am probably going to have to spoil a bit of Season 12 of the current run of Doctor Who for you. That was Jodie Whittaker's second season, which, by the way, in case anyone needs some kind of official statement on where I stand on the 13th Doctor, I thought she was wonderful. I wish she had stayed around longer, and there was a lot of interesting stuff happening during her tenure, and the Fugitive Doctor was one of them, because basically, this was a storyline that revealed that the Doctor... We've already seen the Doctor get a new set of regenerations. That happened at the end of Matt Smith's era. Well, it turns out that the cycle of regenerations that started with William Hartnell was likewise not the first cycle of regenerations. And so you talk about kind of infinitely opening up backstory. Wow. That not everyone, that didn't really sit well with everyone. Some people thought that was not a great idea, the whole timeless child reveal that went with it. I was a fan of the Virgin Publishing Doctor Who New Adventures novels in the 90s. I thought the Timeless Child chimed really nicely with the whole Time Lord backstory of the genetic looms of Gallifrey and so on. And so I was there for it. I was like, oh, we're kind of bringing that back when I thought it had been invalidated. Doctor Who is such a big universe, you can't invalidate anything. So the the people who are like, oh, it's not canon. You know what? We can change the canon. We can reload the canon. And that's really what they were doing here. They were reloading the canon. Haha. There's a phrase for you. However, I was... this will surprise you a bit. I was not fully loaded when I sat down to shoot the video of unboxing this set, which consists of the Fugitive Doctor figure and her TARDIS as seen in her introductory episode, and not all of the video came through, really just the tail end of it. So, which may actually be a bit of a mercy, because we already opened a TARDIS before when we opened the 6th Doctor, the Ultimate Adventure 6th Doctor with his TARDIS. Again, another super deep cut that I was absolutely not expecting. This one was even more complicated to open than that, because not only did you have to unstrap it and unscrew it from the bottom and untape it and pull the packing strap out so the doors would open. The cardboard wraparound, the interior cardboard wraparound, had a perforated area that was actually the interior of the Fugitive Doctor's TARDIS that you had to punch out for yourself and fold yourself and jam through the doors, which I didn't do quite right, and I have since fixed it, but for the purposes of this video, it was a little lopsided. But that's okay. Yeah, unfortunately, the actual unboxing, this is all that survives, is me trying to get the perforated backdrop scene in there. And I sincerely apologize for that, but like I said, how exciting really is an unboxing? This one required a lot of editing, so I'm a little miffed about that. I did a lot of editing, and then... okay. But I do have this piece of footage from getting the first close-up look at the figure of the Fugitive Doctor herself, as played by the marvelous Jo Martin, And now, of course, the Fugitive Doctor is packing some space heat. I have some mixed feelings about that, but this is a version of the Doctor we have never known. And she is getting some extra innings, courtesy of Big Finish, which I'm very excited about that. So the figure's wonderful because she has this very understated overcoat, and yet what she has on under that you really only have a glimpse of there, that's like something out of Colin Baker's wardrobe. It's delightfully colorful. And so I just love the character, and I'm amazed we got a figure. And even though I have mixed feelings about the weapon, it is very, very nicely detailed. This was one of Character Options' online exclusives, which meant the only place to get it was ordering it through their website or waiting from someone else to order it from their website and put it on eBay. I opted to order it from the website. The problem with doing that is this is kind of a bulky item. They ship all orders to the States by airmail, and so it's effectively like paying for the thing twice. So, I suppose for items like this that might not have gone over well in general retail, sadly. Because, like I said, there was a bit of a backlash against the whole storyline with previous Doctors and the Timeless Child. It's possible the audience for this item was limited, effectively. And so I could see where they might want to make it an online exclusive and make only as many as they know are going to be ordered. So I kind of wish Doctor Who fandom, really a lot of fandoms I'm in, get over yourselves. It's not all being made for the original fandom, because you're trying to grow the audience at all times, because you want new generations to sell cool stuff like this to. Yes, you want to grow the audience. It can't just be the same middle-aged white guys who formed the original core fandom. Doctor Who needs to get over this speed bump. Doctor Who fandom does. Star Wars fandom urgently needs to get over this speed bump. To some extent, Star Trek fandom as well. I, for one, am very happy that this figure got made, because I was not expecting the Fugitive Doctor to get an action figure. She showed up in a handful of episodes in Jodie Whittaker's era, including Jodie's last episode. And just a great character, played marvelously by Joe Martin. I'm super pleased that Big Finish is giving us more Fugitive Doctor. That is something I'm very interested in hearing more of. And again, apologies for completely bungling the unboxing video on this. All I can think is that screwing up that footage probably pleases the Daleks to no end. So there you have the Fugitive Doctor and her TARDIS. The TARDIS is effectively, other than the background, it's basically the 13th Doctor's TARDIS again, because that's what it was on screen. They were using the same prop. I'm sure a whole TARDIS is an expensive thing to build, because it's a modular thing that they have to be able to take apart again. And so, yeah, I wouldn't have expected them to build a different TARDIS. But it's nice to have this one because I didn't already have a 13th Doctor TARDIS, and I am sure some clever soul out there on Etsy or eBay or somewhere is going to come out with a set of swappable backgrounds. You could turn it into anybody's TARDIS at that point. So I'm just very pleased that the Fugitive Doctor got made. I ordered that very quickly when it was announced. And I think it's very telling that as much kickback as there was against this incarnation of the character among the fandom, the figure, apparently, believe it or not, imagine this, sold out.